Both coaches have gone 9 players deep as Sims on a handoff, and Dallas picking up right where they left off in the second quarter.
Yeah, just not quite there. They're taking advantage of it.
Allen shoveling to Mitchell, who had it hacked away, and Indiana turns it over on their first possession. 64% from the field. They're also plus 10 on the glass. Indiana with just 9 first-half rebounds. Part of that, haven't had much to rebound. Dallas hasn't missed very often. But knocked down her first shot of the preseason, had 2 points in those 8 first-half minutes. Siegrist was electric in that first half. And Siegrist with a bank shot.
Siegrist for post to block it, let alone guards.
Clark looking back door. Oh, where only Mitchell could get it. He was never open.
Kelsey Mitchell is back and booming as if it never left.
Cross-court pass, it's dangerous, and Cunningham knocked it away.
Mitchell to be successful there. What a pass, CC.
I mean, that pass has to be perfect or it's a turnover. And it's 2 points for Kelsey Mitchell. But off balance, off the mark. 5 of Indiana's 10 rebounds. And they'll go back to her again.
There it is. Wow, wow, wow. Again, you see that there's no help side on that back.
So back-to-back Clark to Mitchell connections for Indiana as the Fever look to work their way back into this one. They got to get some stops, though. Dallas offense just continues to hum. Becker's missing on a 3-ball. She thought she was fouled. Clark on the drive, goes behind the back. Hines Allen back here for Clark. She will launch, draws the foul, and will shoot 3 free throws.
Foul on number 8, Alana Smith. First, second, team's first.
Clark a little slow to get up here. She gave the okay sign to the sideline, but you could forgive Fever fans, the training staff, really anybody, for holding their breath when Caitlin Clark is on.
Zealous on that closeout and didn't give enough space.
Clark will take her 11th. She has 20 points on just 6 shot attempts. Now 10 of 12. And 2 of 3 on that trip.
7 for 13.
You see Aaliyah Boston, you see Lexi Hull down there for season.
Yep.
There's just no reason to push in the preseason. Stephanie White talked about that yesterday at practice as Mitchell carves out some space, including Arike Agumbawale. So you'll see a very different team on the floor here for both Indiana and Dallas 10 days from now. Whistle off the ball going against Odyssey Sims, who's battling against Kelsey Mitchell. 18 games last year. Mitchell pulls up and can't get the roll.
On the stat sheet as she pulled that rebound down.
Berger being hounded by Johnson. Van Mengiatu in for her first minutes as well. Those two play give and go. Oh, beautiful backdoor find. It's Van Mengiatu to the rookie. Easy Fudd.
How about that? Just being able to know if your head is not looking at me, I know to cut your face. See if I can get something easy going downhill.
Billings turns the corner and just runs into a wall. Will inbound here. Jessica Timmons, rookie out of Alabama, getting her first minutes. Hines Allen off the mark on a 3. The 40th pick. Preston, her preseason opener in New York, has really deep range and is fighting in one of those developmental spots on the roster as Isaiah James steps through and lays it in.
Boy, has she just grown her game top to bottom. Again, just being more and more aggressive as she continues to play.
Hines Allen into the corner, all off the top of the backboard. Hines Allen was a better passer than she gets credit for. 8th among forwards in assists per game last year.
Wow.
Siegrist steps back, difficult look. Defended well there by Hines Allen, who pulls down the rebound. Johnson wants to run, Dallas gets back defensively, and Johnson draws the foul. She's pushing, just like Clark, just like Mitchell. That's what they want all of their guards to do, but it's one thing to teach it. It's another thing to be able to do it. And I think Johnson has in the preseason.
I agree. And like you said earlier, you know, she's a sponge. She's talking to her teammates during practices, trying to add already.
Timmons driving on Berger, got her into the air. Here is Johnson, and Timmons not on the same page. Berger feed inside, Fancam Mengiadu, athletic finish. You see Fancam Mengiadu, a third-year pro, played her college ball with her head coach, Jose. We can't wait for that Sunday of basketball on Ion and really for the regular season to tip off. Had some great preseason basketball here so far. Not to call for steps.
And, you know, we keep on saying preseason and preseason because that's what it is, but expect for the season, and they're super competitive, so got to come out ready to go.
Contact on the handoff as Raven Johnson was trying to fight through the contact. It's the third on. Timmons the switch on to Berger. Shot clock down to 5. The kick out, and Berger hits a 3.
See her a lot with the pull-up 15-footer, but she's been able to add that onto her bag as she's progressed in this league.
Dantis launches and can't connect. Threes, Indiana just 2, and they have both come from Clark. And Mengiadu, deep position, couldn't finish. Acrobatic shot would not fall from James. Nearly a highlight reel finish. Timmons, way off the mark on a 3-ball there.
The rookie is trying to compete for a roster spot. You know, it's so important to bring that energy, bring that effort, and then also, you know, it's not always about the points, but how can you elevate?
Literally for Indiana, Justine Passat, who is injured and not playing here tonight. She's dealing with a lower leg injury. A couple more roster spots open up, which is key both for players and teams as James draws the foul. But how many times, I mean, the Fever are the best example of this last year. You have so many players,
right,
and where the Fever were trying to sign free agents last year, in some
you know the plays, you've been around the team, so you know the chemistry, and you know you're going to keep on developing. And you know, for so long it was the 144, 12 teams, 12 roster spots. That's it. That's all. And they've just done a beautiful master job of expanding that as it continues to grow.
Excited to visit Toronto this year.
Absolutely.
For newcomers, and what Golden State set the bar high for expansion teams a year ago.
Sell out every single game.
Walker Kimbrough jumps into the passing lane, comes up with the steal, and Trailer finishes. Trailer, another local player trying to make a roster. Turns it over. This time it's Johnson, her 5th steal. It's a nearly had it poked away, did a good job to regain possession. Timmons ducks in and finishes with a foul.
Indiana Fever looking like they're getting some life here, and it's really starting on the teammates.
And Timmons for Indiana to hit the floor. They've got 12 active. Megan McConnell, the only one who has not gotten on the floor here yet. Bud pulls up. That shot spins off. Yeah, trying to add on to their 6-0 run.
Bud just knows how to stop and pop. I mean, if you were looking in the dictionary for stop and pop, I'm pretty sure you would see her name. She does it at such a high level.
Whistle off the ball.
Doing some really good things over in Brazil where, you know, her native, she's one of those.
Really loved every minute since she has stepped on this floor. From perspective, have really invested in this franchise. There is a massive, gorgeous new practice facility that is being built as we speak. Caddy corner to the arena here, and it's be one of the tops, if not the best facilities in all the WNBA. Siegrist off balance, can't finish. Lee pulls down the rebound. She's got 4 white jerseys around her, and Indiana just has to tie her up. Starter on the floor between the two teams here as we close out the 3rd quarter. That's Maddie Siegrist. for Dallas. Walker Kimbrough. For this to work for her here, like it has for TJ in the NBA. Walker Kimbrough off balance, got it to go and a foul.
Foul on number 20, Maddie Segrist.
McConnell's undersized, undrafted, taken out there in the backcourt, no whistle. Isaiah James on the drive, defended well by Billings. Lee pulls down the rebound. Kick out James, off the mark on a 3-ball. Third offensive rebound for Dallas. Segrist had it poked away. Walker Kimbrough's fouled. She'll head right back to the line, and a chance now for the Fever to pull back within 10 on Saturday. So you can see that being end of the line here. It is the preseason.
It's one of those things where, of course, any winning team here wouldn't be the success. It's the success to see who's going to be. May 9th is what's going to matter right back here against this exact same team.
A significant injury back in February, but she has been taking part in practice. And look, that's a pretty quick rise from the chair there.
It is.
Leah Boston, an all-star for her 3rd season. Here's McConnell on the drive, couldn't finish. Billings the offensive rebound, feed for Timmons, inside traffic, a triple team, gets it up and draws the foul. She looked dead to rights there, but just was able to carve out enough. And Tipson knocks down the first.
Equalizers in this game. Shot attempts on both sides as Timpson 8 for 19 on the 3-point line for Dallas as they've been able to shoot the lights out.
Timpson now into double figures. She's got 10. Segrist able to roll it in. Tight quarters. McConnell. Trailer, I should say, will have to hook. Fourth quarter underway here from Indianapolis. The Fever on a 13-2 run to close the 3rd. Johnson, trailer, hits a 3.
Nice. Now that's basketball right there, coming out, feet set, able to go cone drills, but that was beautiful.
Fever back within single digits here. Allen has it spin out. Another offensive rebound. That won't go. Lee has it. 3rd chance opportunity here. Okonkwo bounces, and Segrist misses on a 3. Indiana still can't clear. 4th opportunity for Dallas. Segrist, Allen, extra pass. James shot fakes the 3, darts inside and flips it home.
So I know she's itching to get back out there with her teammates, as you know, just trying to stay patient until that time comes.
She was an all-star starter. She's been in the league for 3 years. She's been an all-star for 3 years.
Yeah.
Fever, who are minus 16 on the glass, goes without saying they're missing her presence. Kiana Traylor stepped in and knocked down a couple 3s here. Well, 9 points in 13 minutes.
And she's playing tough. I like her confidence, get it done on the defensive end as well. Again, there's stuff that's on the line. See if she can make a play.
A blocking foul is the call. That was aggressive from James.
A review.
And Conrad, one of the kind of quietly. Isaiah James has put together a 15 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists, 7 of 7 from the line. Traylor's been hot here in the 4th. Kick out, Johnson. Allen whips it back for Segrist. Defense there by Traylor, cut off the back door. Lob inside, it's anybody's ball. Traylor knocked it away, and that's going to be a foul on Segrist. Well, you have to love what you have seen here from Kiana Traylor. She's only been out there for 6 minutes, but she's plus 13. She's made her presence felt.
Yeah, no, it's outside and plays just like that, getting it done. Sacrificing the body was those things that set you apart.
It's been a tough night for the Fever from 3, unless your name is Caitlin Clark. She's 2 of 3. The rest of the Fever are 2 of 13. Sophie Cunningham's had a quiet night, but she knocked 3 threes down in New York. Clark and the Fever.
So electric in here just as a preseason game, but none other like it when you're able to come in and day out with this kind of crowd. So that.
I know you grew up in this arena watching the Fever, probably from about that age.
Absolutely. I mean, WNBA was definitely
Professional player, was in Fever training camp, has played a nice career over in Europe, and we're lucky to have her here on the broadcast team.
Thanks for having me. None other than the Pat Boylan. That's all I got.
That's all there is. Really good minutes and opportunities here for players like Megan McConnell. These players are certainly trying to impress their own teams, but you know, all WNBA teams are watching here, all 15 of them. Timna trying to chase that down in the corner. Good hustle. Looking for plays like that, but off the leg of...
See how they can close it out, seeing they can get their chemistry together. And I've seen some really, really good things.
The lower scoring second half after Dallas dropped 36 in the second quarter. And an offensive foul. They typically might not. This is a great opportunity for the front office to get a read on players in game action. Timmons working through a double team, gets it up, but I'll tell you, she...
see a lot and see the game from different perspective, not only be coached by this.
1 of 2 from the line for Timpson. This is as close as it has been since the 7-12 mark of the second quarter. And how about that? Really starting to put on a show here. 17 points for James. Dantas can't answer with a 3. Allen working off the double screen. 6 minutes to play here from Indianapolis. And Kamenjianu drives on Timpson, who got the block. Connell's hit the deck a couple times here in the last minute. Trailer crossing over on Berger. Couple local products. Timmons finds some space and hits.
Silky smooth there. And just the way that she consistently puts the ball in that shooting pocket.
James working on a 17-point night. Here's Berger spinning into traffic. Beautiful find. Van Kamenjianu.
Gotta get a hand out on that one, especially when you're trying to make that run.
Fever have fought their way back into this one, but Dallas has had just enough to keep the Fever, at least so far, from seriously threatening. Zaya James called for the foul. Has quite the young core.
Yeah.
And there really are a lot of parallels between how these two teams have been.
And these things take time, right? You know, it's one of those things where you might not, and the coaching staff and yourself, you're going to be able to be successful.
Look at Trailer battling, they'll get her with a foul. Easier said than done, though, when you're a young player trying to make an impression.
Very
you know?
true. Yeah.
Timpson with the deflection finds its way to Segrist for the Fever. McConnell off the Timpson screen. Cross-court pass. Billings is open. Fever just fine. Clark has 2 of those 4. And a finish through traffic. It goes for Lindsay Allen.
Snaking her way through the defense.
Foul number 25.
I like that.
And Ellis has gone back up. Fever have gotten as close as 8 here in the 4th quarter. Trailer drives into Van Kamenjianu. Dantas wide open and can't get the bounce. Russ, that's part of what the preseason is for.
Yep. Shooting woes. Fortunately, just part of the game.
On to 0 of 5 from the 3-point line here tonight. Berger left alone. With a 3 earlier, that one won't fall.
Good from our view.
Trailer finds some space. And Kamengianu with the finish. And Allen on the find. A good position down there in the post. Burst, 23 assists tonight for the Wings. Connell down there in the thick. And Segrist wins the tip. James trying to link up.
The athleticism, playing on both sides of the ball. Pass not all one and the same, so I didn't get that same grace, but yes, I agree. When you're going hard and just make a mistake, that's one thing that just carelessly turns the ball over.
Walker Kimbrough switched on to Kamengianu. Now it's Segrist on the defensive assignment. Crossover. Second. Just 10 fourth quarter points for the Fever. James back on the attack. Had it blocked. And then James just wrestles it away from Dantes. Never saw her coming. Okonkwo can't hit a three. That's another offensive rebound for Dallas. If that's a concern if you're Indiana, when you don't have Aaliyah Boston.
That's a good idea.
But it's been a problem.
Yeah, that's tough. 12 extra possessions. You know, we talked about equalizing earlier. You got to be able to stay on that defensive board.
There's Dantes with a bank shot.
That's true.
In fact, the Fever potentially could start a starting five if Billings is at the 4 as Segrist hangs. Walker Kimbrough thought she maybe got a jump ball there, but Segrist did a nice job to power. It could actually be a major strength for Indiana.
Absolutely.
Stephanie White says she loves about this roster the front office has given her the versatility. They can go big. Timpson's another player that they can go big with if they want to hit the glass. On the other end, you could start a lineup with Sophie floor shooters.
Bunch of different opportunities there for players to adjust, but then have to.
Walker Kimbrough crossing over. That's her spot. Both coaches got to go deeper into their lineups. Get a look at some of the players who may be vying for some of those final roster spots. Jose Fernandez's first game as a WNBA coach.
Yeah.
He's in the preseason. Won't technically count until he gets to the regular season, but his first